What's up, the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm doing my June TBR. This is June 2nd, 2020. Hope you guys are staying healthy and safe out there. I've been really trying to get ahead of my reading schedule, at least stay on track as much as I possibly can, and actually it's going pretty well for me at the moment. I gotta work really hard to keep on track just with how life is and everything right now. It's hard for me. I can't seem to get enough reading in. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. So the first book I'm going to read for the month of June is Then the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance by Robert M. Prising. I've owned this book for several years and I just started reading it this morning. So far I'm in love with it. I've just read about 30 pages. It says the modern epic that transformed a generation and continues to inspire millions and penetrating examination of how we live and how to live better. A narration of a summer motorcycle trip undertaken by a father and his son, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, becomes a personal and philosophical odyssey into fundamental questions of how to live. The narrator's relationship with his son leads to a powerful self-reckoning. The craft of motorcycle maintenance leads to an austerely beautiful process for reconciling science, religion, and humanism. Renaissance with their confusions of existence, this classic is a touching and transcendent book of life. The new edition is updated with important typographical changes, a penetrating new introduction, and a reader's guide that includes an interview with Prising and letters and documents detailing how this extraordinary book came to be. Robert M. Prising was born in 1928 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He holds a degree in chemistry, philosophy, and journalism, and also studied Oriental philosophy at Banaras Hindu University, India. He's also author of this book's sequel. So I'm so far loving this book. I can't wait to dive into this book. If you guys have read it, please know what you think in the comments down below. So next book I want to read this month is Stephen King's Pet Sematary. I've also owned this since about January and I've yet to read it because of how big it is. Well, it's only 400 pages. I've been a little bit hesitant about reading it. Yeah, sometimes that is better. When Dr. Lewis Creed takes a new job and moves his family to the idyllic and rural town of Louisville, Maine, the new beginning seems too good to be true. Yet despite Ludo's tranquility, there is an undercurrent of danger that exists here. Those trucks on the roads outside the Creed's beautiful old home travel by just a little too quickly for one thing, as it is evidenced by the makeshift pet cemetery out back in the nearby woods. Then there are warnings to Lewis, both real and from the depths of his nightmares, that he should not venture beyond the boulders of this little graveyard. A blood-chilling truth is hidden there, one more terrifying than death itself and hideously more powerful. An ominous fate befalls anyone who dares tamper with this forbidden place, as Lewis is about to discover for himself. This book sounds great. I can't wait to read it. Right. Next, I have P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I just read the first book and I actually really enjoyed it, so I can't wait to read this book. Here's what it says. Laura Jean didn't expect to really fall for Peter. They were just pretending until they weren't. And now Laura Jean has to learn what it's like to be in a real relationship and not just a make-believe one. But when another boy from her past returns to her life, Laura Jean's feelings for him suddenly return too. Can a girl be in love with two boys at once? In this charming and heartfelt sequel to the New York Times bestseller To All Boys I've Loved Before, Laura Jean is about to find out falling in love is the easy part. Alright, next I have the two books I got in my coffee and book club box that I'm so excited to be getting. I'll be getting my new one soon. I really wanted to read these books the month I got them, but I just did not get around to them. So this month I'm going to read both of these books, and then next month hopefully I'll maybe somehow can get caught up to read both of them. But each book box comes with two books of your choice, hardcover and coffee, so that is so cool. So these books are City of Devils, Two Men Who Ruled the Underworld Shanghai by Paul French. Let me read you what it says. And these books sound great. I can't wait to read it. In the 1930s, Shanghai was a haven for outlaws from all over the world, a place where past could be forgotten. Fascism and communism outrun names, invented, fortunes made and lost. Lucky Jack Riley was the most notorious of those outlaws, an ex-Navy boxing champion. He escaped from prison in the States and rose to become the slots king of Shanghai. Dapper Joe Farron, a Jewish boy who fled from Vienna's ghetto with a dream of dance halls, rode the night clubs. His corresponding rival is Ziegfeld's. In 1940, Lucky Jack and Dapper Joe bestrode the Shanghai Badlands like kings. While all around there was poverty, starvation, and genocide, they thought they ruled Shanghai. The city had other ideas. This is the story of their rise to power, their downfall, and the trail of destruction they left in their wake. Shanghai was their playground for a flickering few years. A city where, like for a fleeting moment, even the wildest dreams seemed possible. City of Devils is impeccably researched narrative nonfiction told with superb energy and brio. This book sounds great. I can't wait to read it. Next, I had The Dawn Watch by Joseph Conrad and The Global War by Maya Janoff. This book also sounds great. Migration, terrorism, and tensions between the global capitalism and nationalism, a communications revolution. These forces shaped Joseph Conrad's destiny. At the dawn of the 20th century, in this brilliant new interpretation of one of the greatest voices in modern literature, Maya Janoff reveals Conrad as a prophet of globalization, an immigrant from Poland to England, and in travels from Malta to Congo to the Caribbean. Conrad navigated an interconnected world, captured it in a literary over of extraordinary depth. His life story delivers a history of globalization from the inside out and reflects power on the aspirations and challenges of the modern world. Joseph Conrad was born Joseph Theodor Konrad Korzinski in 1857 to Polish parents in the Russian Empire. At 16, he left the landlocked heart of Europe to become a sailor, and for the next 20 years traveled the world's oceans before settling permanently in England as a writer. He saw the surging competitive new imperialism that planned to flag in almost every populated part of the globe. He got a close look at the places beyond the end of telegraph cables and mail boat lines, and the hypocrisy of the West's most cherished ideals. In a compelling blend of history, biography, and travel log, Maya Janoff follows Conrad's routes in the stories of his greatest four works: The Secret Agent, Lord Jim, Heart of Darkness, and Numstrom. Genre-bending, intellectual, thrilling, and deeply humane, The Dawn Watch embarks on a spellbinding expedition on the dark heart of Conrad's world through it to our own. This book sounds great. I can't wait to read it. Please let me know, guys, in the comments down below the books you guys will plan to read for June and how your reading plan is going. I hope you guys are having a good day and a good week, and I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.